Hi Capricorn, welcome to your week ahead reading for May 17th through May 23rd. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. This could be about you and a person, and if it is, this could resonate with yours or their moon, rising, or Venus sign. All right. If it is about a person, it could. Capricorn. What do we got here? Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, for the week May 17th through 23rd. What do we got? Seven of Cups. Okay, so full disclosure, I was talking before and I had half the spread laid out and I hadn't pressed record, so I just thought, I'll reshuffle. But you feel very busy this week. Like you're working if you're not at a work site, you're doing stuff from home. Like it's a very busy week for you. And it feels like it's involving someone else also. Like there's a partnership thing going on here. So just saying. Okay, all right. Nine of Wands. Knight of Pentacles. That could be Taurus. Nine of Cups. Four of Wands. Page of Wands. Four of Pentacles. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So we got 2 9s and 2 4s. Interesting. All right. Glasses. Okay. Let me put my glasses. Hold on. Okay. So what? Are you taking off with someone? Like is something taking off now with someone? And then all of a sudden, so you're busy. You are busy because the romance and the work is. What? Is the new person, are you starting to talk to somebody? Because you're busy at work. You're busy. If you're not at the work site, you're at home, but you're busy, busy, busy. It's a busy week. It's an active week, a proactive week. What's this Knight of Pentacles? Which is the exact opposite of busy. And what's this Knight of Pentacles? Could be Taurus, but Seven of Wands. Okay, so look at that. I'm like busy, 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 and it's like Knight of Pentacles. But we got the Seven of Wands here. It's like you're fighting to keep things stable and calm, and there's fighting to keep the flow because there's just a lot going on. So what's this Nine of Wands then? What's the Nine of Wands? Seven of Swords. All right. Oopsie. What's this Nine of Cups? I like it. So you know what it feels like? It feels like you said your piece and then you did your own thing and you're leaving it up to somebody else. Like it feels like the person that you are kind of dealing with, not the unhealthy one. This is something you like and it's new and you're looking forward to it. I'm not talking about you walking away and with somebody else. This feels like your work is plentiful. You got work. You're working. You're good. But for the Capricorns I'm reading for, it feels like you got a new situation, a new-ish situation that you like. It's not a burden. You're not like, well, you know what? This is how I feel, and call me when you can, or text me when, whatever. It's not like that. This is you just kind of having been through it, and you kind of know what you want and what you don't want, and it's very simple. And so in this new situation that is not real serious yet, but it just feels like you're very kind of simplistic or cut and dried about it. You're not given any ultimatums. There's no drama. You're just not afraid to speak your mind this time around. Like things are very simple in light of the drama that's been happening. So it feels like you've got like a fringe romantic situation that it is what it is. And you're okay with that. And there's no demands or obligation, and you're not getting wrapped up in anything because you don't need the drama and it's too soon, and your focus is on work anyway. So, yeah. What's this Four of Wands then? Because that's like I'm contradicting myself. Oh, what's this? Four of Wands. Whoopsie. This is Four of Wands. Ace of Pentacles. Yep. Keeping the stability. Not going to get wrapped up in anything that's going to be dramatic. It's like you're fighting for peace, right? But it's an exerted effort to maintain calm, peace, order, stability, and you're not letting anybody affect that. That is where your focus is, and that is like you'll die on that hill. Because you're just like, nope, I'm committed to keeping this part of my life calm and serene and what I want. It's like you've just kind of gotten over the hump on something, and you're not wanting any drama now. Now is like the resting time, now as much as you can. Like when you're not, scurrying around at work and really handling things, the rest of your life needs to be calm as much as you can, because you've just been through it too much. You're on the other side of something, and you're like, I'm not going back, and I don't want to bring any drama forward. And there's the calm again. Calm, keeping things light, calm, fighting to keep things calm. What's this Four of Pentacles about? What's Four of Pentacles? Eight of Pentacles. Working. Keeping things calm, stable, no deficit, no upsurge, but steadily busy and busy working. So, And I like that, because for the Capricorns I'm reading for, that's when you're at your best. When there's flow, when there's busy, when you're needed, and when you're managing, and when you're producing. And that's when you're very clear-headed, and you can be simplistic about what you want in a relationship. You can be like, it's very simple, this and this, and that's that. It's not cold-hearted. You're not, there's no need for drama. So I like that. This is you at your best. It's when you're not useful, you're just in standby mode, and you can't contribute, but you're affected by things, and you're being dumped on, and then you're just the safe place or the safe house, and it's like, no. I matter, and you feel like you matter here. And you are happy with that. Whatever you're doing for work is very gratifying, and that's where your focus is. And that kind of puts in perspective what you want in a partnership or relationship. So it's all about you kind of whatever this newish situation is, you two might be talking about that and kind of revisiting it, but that's after a long day at work. That's after you felt needed and valued, and you really feel kind of fulfilled here. It feels like that's newly found for you. Like it's been a while since you've been able to be busy, since you've been back in the groove of things, and it kind of gives you an optimistic outlook on this talk or this strategizing with this new person. You're just in a really good frame of mind to have conversations about what you want in a relationship. And I think for the Capricorns I'm reading for, it's just very simple, and there's no drama, and you're not going to let there be drama. Your peace of mind and calm right now is hard won, and it's been battle worn and earned. So you're not laying, but I want you to understand though, you're not laying down the law here. You're not putting your foot down, and you're not going, well, this is how it's going to be, and this isn't that. You just don't have it in you at this point to be dramatic or to kind of entertain anything like that. You're not being cagey. You're not going to not text back until the third day. You're just like, look, I just like this and that, and I got to go to work, but I'll catch you afterwards. Very simple. Are we doing this or not? If we're not, okay. If we are, great. But you're not like, well, I want to see if they're going to take that. There's none of that. There's none of that. What's this Page of Wands? Huh? There's the new thing. There's interest there, but you're so busy. So there's the new thing. Feels like it's connected to work. Feels like you two work in the same field, so you've got common ground there. And this is kind of like a little blossoming. It's not scandalous. It's just, there's a new interest here. But again, it's newish. It feels like it's connected to work, and it feels like you two are starting to talk about what you want, and yet they can somehow relate to your busyness because they're in a related field or they're at work with you. There's an understanding of what you're doing. And that, I think that's another thing that you like about this situationship, is that you have common ground with this person. They get you on a work level, like your work ethic. The past situation that you kind of just got through did not. They had their own demands, their own needs of you, and they didn't really, you weren't able to shine in the relationship, and you weren't able to do your job effectively. And when you were at work, you still didn't feel, you were still kind of, your mind was elsewhere, so you didn't feel like you were doing a good enough job, or you know what I mean? Like, you really are able to shine now, and it's you wanting to preserve that. And this new situation that you're dealing with, they get that about you. They get it. They like it. They support it. That's good. I mean, that definitely does not hurt. Okay. It feels like you work with them, or in a related, you see each other through work. That there's a work-related connection here. That's for Capricorn. I'm not doing a very good job of describing it, but I keep coming back to wanting to reiterate. You're not giving anybody an ultimatum, and you're not laissez-faire about it. You're not just like, well, whatever. No, there's interest here. You just don't have it in you to be dramatic, and you're wanting to preserve your efficacy at work. And you're back in the groove again, and that means everything to you. And it just, you're not pushing for anything to happen. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But you like the fact that, you know, there's an interest here, but they get that about you, and yeah. It's not an act when you act like you don't care. No, you do care. It's just very simple. I'm not going to get worked up over this. I like it fine, but if it's not the time, it's not the time, and we'll just do it when it's the time. But I refuse to disrupt my stability over this. I will not be doing that again anytime soon. Like, that's what it feels like. And it's not an ultimatum. You're just letting them know where you're coming from. And you're doing that because there's an interest. What else for Capricorn? Capricorn. Yay. Yay for that. The Sun card. This is that upswing. This is work being, you feeling in the flow again. This is that. And this is probably has everything to do with the world opening back up again, slowly but surely, but we're coming back online here. So yay for that. Yay. You seeing clearly. Things being very simplified and distilled down to what matters most. And you knowing that, and you being able to articulate that without having a chip on your shoulder, and without being like, no, it's just like, you've thought about it. It's like, look, this is what matters to me, and my life is very simple, and I like it that way, and that's my priority. And they're like, I totally get it. I'm not gonna be able to see you till Saturday. You're like, okay, I get it, because you know that they're working too, that they're just as busy, that they're just as, it's not like they're kind of, oh, I'll have to sneak over and see you at 10 o'clock at night, or no. They're in the same situation as you are, and they have a respect for what you're going through, and so do you. Or you get each other on that level, which is newfound for you. That's what's different about this. This person kind of respects you and understands you. What else for Capricorn? Hi, Papa. That's for Capricorn. Okay, I have to see which one that is, if that's right. Some of them are down, some of them are up. Oh, down. Okay. So that's the... Okay, so that is... Yes. That's reversed. Okay. Because there's no resentment. There's no... this is being on the other side of the drama. This is coming back online after the crisis. This is things opening back up, you opening up, maybe the world opening back up, brighter days ahead, forgiving, being over the drama and the trauma of it, and waking back up, forgiving, moving on, moving forward, no grudges, all of that. The future remains to be seen. You're not fully invested in everything. You're still kind of healing, and I'm leaving it on its side because that's my thing now, because I'm not going to go, oh, this way, because it could go either way. And I always turn clockwise before. I'm not doing that anymore. I think there's a reason why it lands like this. I'm going with it. This could be Pisces. No, it couldn't. Yes, it could. That could be Pisces. King of Cups. So this is you kind of coming back online, finding your footing again, being back in the flow. This could be male or female, and you're moving forward. You're not laying down going, oh my gosh, why did this happen? You got back up. No harm, no foul. I'm better for the experience. I'm going to turn it into a positive, be proactive, not letting it hold me back. But I certainly have learned from it, and I'm moving forward. And brighter days ahead. And the Eight of Pentacles and the Sun and the Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. Like you're doing the thing. You're moving forward. Good for you. Feels like a monthly reading. It doesn't feel like just a week. It feels like you've turned a corner. And like this is going to kind of be your situation for a while, the flow. So, you know, yay. Yay. Okay. I did all of that. I did not do this. All right. Okay. What else for Capricorn? Whoopsie. Cracky. Okay. That's just rude. All right. What else for Capricorn? I think some people don't like it when I shuffle off camera because they think that I'm strategic with the cards, and I get that. You just have to lean way over my desk. That's for Capricorn. Self-reliance. Don't be afraid to fly solo, and you're not. That's kind of what this is about, is you being okay with that finally. You're finally free, and you want to preserve the stability that you've gotten back to since you're on the other side of some kind of drama and trauma. And it hasn't, when I'm talking about, it might have been a little bit of work, but it was mostly a romantic situation. You're on the other side of it now, and you're doing your own thing, and you're back in the flow, and you like it, and that's where you're shining, and you're wanting to preserve that, and you do. And money's good. Things are working. I mean, you're just, yeah. Okay. Okay, Capricorn, I hope to see you in the next reading. This, honestly, this feels like a monthly reading. It doesn't just feel like for the week. This feels like for the rest of the month, but there'll be another weekly reading in a week. So anyway, much love and support to you. Thank you for your service if you're an essential worker or first responder, and I wish you a good week. You take care. Thank you for stopping by.